Oh yeah, I got to come back with another one. E-King Fight News. Chris Eubank Jr. Man, this dude have a nickname? Eubank Jr. I guess a guy like that doesn't need a nickname because he's got a legacy to manifest and to fulfill. He's got the blood of a warrior and a champion inside of him. This Eubank Jr. And right now he's living up to his father's name in incredible fashion. Like, and you think about how much of a UK legend his father is, and that's a lot to live up to. It is. And if you look at other guys who have really failed to live up to that type of expectation, guys like Chavez Jr., guys like Tommy Hearns Jr., Shane Mosley Jr., a lot of these great fighters, progeny, their sons or whatever, their children, end up getting into boxing, and it's just not the same. And something about this kid Eubank, he's been trained to be a world-class athlete, and now he's gunning for George Groves. He knows that Groves, if the only way that he's not facing George Groves is if he loses to this dude Jamie Cox. But if as long as George Groves beats that dude, then it's go time. It's go time. He's got to deal with Chris Eubank Jr. And that's going to be an awesome, awesome fight. That's going to be a great showdown in the UK. You talk about two guys in the UK that have two separate fan bases that have a lot on the line to give. George Groves, he ain't done yet. But he's got to figure out what it's going to take to beat this guy. Forget about Cox. He's got to figure out what it takes to beat Chris Eubank Jr. Because Eubank Jr., right now, he's made that statement that says, the guy who beats me, if he can, will most likely go on to win the whole thing. Otherwise, it's going to be all Eubank. That's how that's going to go. Eubank's made the statement. He's shown you the skills. He's shown you the power, the speed, the determination, the combination. This guy, total package. Right now, he's total package. His defense has been satisfactory, I would say. He's got good foot movement. He knows how to roll with the punches. You see him slipping and moving his head. He knows how to avoid, obvious big knockout blows. He's a smart fighter. And that, it's harder to be a smart fighter than it is to be a guy like let's say like a Mickey Ward, or like like a dumbass fighter, a Kama guy, you know what I mean? It's harder to be disciplined in the ring than it is to really just let it all hang out from round one. Chris Eubank Jr., right now he's very unpredictable. You never know which Chris Eubank you're going to get. You really never know. The guy I saw against Avni Yildirim, I haven't seen that Chris Eubank I haven't seen a performance like that from him. That was literally a coming out party type performance. The way you spectacularly knock out someone that's near world class or even a B-level fighter, when you spectacularly outclass them and knock them out, it speaks volumes. And it garners a lot of attention, and that's what Chris Eubank has been doing from day one with his father. He's been garnering attention, and yeah, he took an early loss, but he's moved up in weight, and he's looked excellent at 168 pounds. What else can I say? A shout out to Boxing Scene. Let me swing back, and let's see what Chris Eubank had to say. Let's see what Chris Eubank had to say. I know George Groves. I know who he is. I know what he is. I know what he's capable of. Eubank told Sky Sports. I've sparred countless rounds with the man over the years. I've measured of him. I know how those sparring sessions went. I know what levels I was at those times, which was far beneath what I am now. I'm very confident going into the fight with Groves. Groves is a solid world champion. There's no doubt about it. But he believes he's a superior fighter in every single way. And, you know, in that situation, George Groves needs to be fucking good at something. And you know what? He's got a solid jab and great foot movement, George Groves has. If he wanted to, I believe he could have dominated Carl Froch if he just fought a disciplined fight in that rematch. And he didn't do it. That's on him. That's completely on him. Both of those fights were winnable fights, especially the first one where Groves stunned Froch early on, knocking him down and hurting him badly. I believe that was the first or second round. Moving forward, Groves has to get by this dude, Jamie Cox. If he can't get by that dude, then something's wrong. But he's got to beat this dude, Jamie Cox. And after that, we're going to have a really great fight to look forward to. Shout out to the World Boxing Super Series who put all of this together. Wasn't for that tournament, we wouldn't be seeing this fight. So shout out to them. And it's been E King Fight News, man. Subscribe, guys. What are you waiting for?